Siemanko, z tej strony złoty portal. Kontynuacja z kindzianką Deliverance. Dzisiaj ruszymy go tunelem.
An axe to deal with the supports and the planks at the entrance, a spade and bucket to clear away fallen earth and free up the entrance. Everything's ready for escape whenever needed. The roothards really left nothing to chance.
Księżnym sekretnym przejściem. Zobaczmy, tędy czy ta droga prowadzi tu, a ta droga... A, to sobie zaułek. Jak ty tam przeciążony? No koła to. Przepaść, dobrze. Od pana, która ten by nie chciał. W takiej wysokości by się nogę połamałem. Możliwe, chociaż nie chcę ryzykować.
Damn it, that's cold.
Ale zimno. A, tym się skakał. Idziemy, ciekawe, drugi ten korytarz. Jestem ciekaw, jak oni to wykopali. Że to się na koniec nie zawaliło. Chwila. To ja wróciłem do początku. Mogą chyba wrócić do początku. Tak, wróciłem do początku. Ale jak ten długi to musi być? Tędy czy tędy? Chodźmy tędy, zobaczmy. Zawalone.
What's this door doing here? Could it be another of the Roothards' tricks? But if this beam is dropped onto those cleats, no one would break through in a hurry. I reckon with this, any defenders could hold off their pursuers for quite some time. This will come in handy on the way back.
Teoretycznie niby można byłoby.
This looks like it could be the wall of the Malashov cellars. There's no going back. This is it. All right then. Courage, Henry. Courage. You can do this.
Zamurowano.
This is going to take a while.
Ile to potrwa? Kamień po kamieniu, to jest nie napija chmur. Ja by to z buta pociągnął i bez przesady. No i jesteśmy.
And Ruthard and Liechtenstein are turning the Kuttenberg houses against us.
Bavag will deal with Ruthard. But Liechtenstein is your concern. How come you haven't caught him yet?
He's slippery as an eel. He's hiding somewhere in the Jewish quarter. I sent spies to track him down, but they never came back.
Flush him out of that hole of his. For fuck's sake!
Why such concern, Otto?
Chodź tu. Janek.
Kuttenberg is ours. Sigismund has the reins firmly in his hands.
He's got fuck all in his hands.
Ja bym ich zatykał.
Sigismund thought at first he'd come to terms with his brother Wenceslas, clear the way for him to the imperial throne, and take the Bohemian throne for himself. But Wenceslas couldn't even get off his drunken ass and go to Rome for the coronation.
Tam była apteka tego ściąsnąć.
And now, the glorious Hungarian king has fallen for Jobst and his damned truce. He's been taken in by that treacherous turncoat.
Jobst betrayed Wenceslas. Then Sigismund. And now us. He fooled all of us. But what can he really do against us?
I'll tell you what. While pretending to parley, he incensed the Hungarian nobles against Sigismund.
Surely Sigismund's army can deal with that inconvenience.
Ha! He was paying his Cumans by letting them pillage Bohemia. He set half the people against him in the country he wants to rule. And now, there is nothing left to plunder. While we are shuffling our feet here, Jobst is surely mustering an army.
What are we going to do?
We've got Cabon. That'll keep Hanush and the Lipa people at bay. If they ever want to see their heir alive.
Jobst has Liechtenstein mustering other allies for him. We get him in our grasp, and Jobst will be like a fish out of water in Bohemia.
I'll drag him out of that Jewish den with my own 2 hands. Count on me, sir.
The betrayers of Christ, hiding a betrayer. They are rich. All that's needed is a good pretext.
The Kuttenbergers will be quite happy if their debts to those usurers happen to go up in smoke.
Yeah.
You're learning fast, young man.
The gate open. A horseman, sir!
Hanush is out of the game. The Kuttenbergers are taken care of and will catch Liechtenstein. You'll see, my friend. Good times are coming.
Your Graces, King Sigismund is convening the town council, but first he requests your presence at the Sedlitz monastery, without delay.
What's all the urgency about?
Surely you must know that yourself, sir. The captives fled Trotsky Castle and killed Istvan Toth while escaping.
What?
That's not possible. That's a lie.
It is true, Lord Toth is dead.
Jak to nie żyje?
Speak!
The messenger said something about Cobbler's bastard and some outlaws.
I swear, by everything that is holy, I will find that whoreson, and I will rip out his heart!
Jesus.
No to.
What's with that boy?
Mówię
Sir
tylko przerobić.
Istvan was like a father to him. You better go. Bring the horses!
Shame about that dog.
Szkoda. Biedne zwierzę.
Luck was on my side. Now to find Capon and get out of here.
On important business for King Sigismund, and he took a small escort with him. So the garrison is slightly weak.
Tutaj musiałem kilka razy powtarzać tą sekcję, bo kilka razy zginąłem, bo nie wiedziałem ich na początku i tak łaziłem, chciałem robić po cichu, a raz mnie wykryli, raz się nie udało, więc za to wyciąłem i teraz jest drugie podejście. No, jak na ptaszka. Jednego przemyślenia, lecimy z tym. Chcecie sobie alarmu nie wywołać. Może być tak, kogo się skradać. To mamy. Panie, co tam poszedł? Odpochnę ten zamek. Teraz tutaj. Miłośnik nocy. Wcześniej później musi zejść na dół.
She's some third-rate daughter of some lord from who knows where, so she was actually quite lucky that old Otto took a liking to her. The thing is, everybody knows where she comes from and treats her accordingly.
Dziękuję.
Red leather ornamented with gold. Just like Rosa said.
Zgadnij. No, podnieś to. Nie siadaj. Nie mogę tego wziąć. Mówi się trudno. Dało się? Kości ser. No.
What is happening? Who are you?
Quiet. If you make a peep, we're done for.
Henry?
Henryk. Stary dog.
God, Henry.
What are you doing here?
What do you think I'm doing? Hunting boar? Came to save your noble arse.
My noble arse, thanks you. Oh, how did you get here?
I'll tell you later. Who's this?
Vauquelin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo. At your service.
Brabant led the defense at Kuttenberg. He's Sigismund's prisoner, same as me.
And I came very close to holding the town. Besides...
There's no time for chit-chat. He's our ally. We can't leave him behind. Right, no doubt you've got a cunning plan for us to get out of here, right?
Mam.
Well, let's hear it.
Of course I have a plan. Listen, I got to the fortress through a secret passageway that old Ruthard told me about. Von Bergov knows nothing about it.
C'est magnifique! Very cunning.
And so far, the garrison has no idea I'm here. We're lucky von Bergov left the fortress along with von Aulitz and some of the garrison. So I'll take you to that passageway, and we'll get out of here. We'll get to the forest not far from here. I'll have some horses ready there. We'll be gone before you can say the Lord's Prayer.
Formidable! I call that an elegant plan. I myself had to sneak like that once during the siege of Arezzo. So, what are we waiting for? On y va!
Wait. A passageway, you say? A dark, narrow passageway?
Well, it's just a passageway. There's a bit of water in it to wade through, but nothing we can't handle.
You can forget about it. I'm not going through any passageway.
So?
What?
Let me repeat. No passageway for me. It's not the chivalrous way.
It is not chivalrous, c'est vrai, but in our situation it is more than delicious.
Wiecie, to nasze jedynie wyjście. A co byś ty radził? Tak pisz sobie?
Oh, and how would you like to get out of here chivalrously, your lordship?
What do I know? We could maybe break down the gate.
Un moment. Henri, you said that von Bergov left. Is that not so?
Yes?
And what about horses? Are there any horses left here?
I think there's a couple, yeah. In the lower courtyard.
Très bien. That will be enough. We just have to get to them. But I think we could get there stealthily. It is not far from the tower to the stables. Then you simply open the gate, et voila, we are gone! Just like I escaped when surrounded by that English dog John Oakwood. It may not be the best plan. It was not back then either. But we simply had no other choice. Time has passed. The fortress is quiet. I believe that most of the garrison has gone to sleep, which plays in our favor.
That's a wonderful plan. No passageways. But we need some weapons.
Exactement. To have a proper piece of steel in my hand again. Preferably Milanese, although I would be satisfied with something local.
Daj broń.
Thanks, Henry. I feel better already.
A nice piece. And what do you have for me?
Kurde, kusi, ale ja tyle broń nie będę miał.
Merci mille fois. Now I will show them just what a cavalier Vauquelin Brabant is.
Good work, Henry. What now?
Prawda, droga?
Now, we don't have time to play hide and seek. Let's take the shortest route to the horses, and if someone tries to stop us, we'll fight our way through.
Are you sure? Wouldn't it be better if we went ahead and took stock of the situation?
Je suis d'accord. I would not risk more than is absolutely necessary.
No, but the con.
Don't you two start again. Quickly to the horses or to the passageway.
All right. To the horses then.
Well, après tout, the more daring the plan, the greater the fame that awaits us.
Merciful Christ, we implore you stand by us, for we intend no evil. We take up arms only out of necessity, and our cause is righteous.
Amen.
Amen.
Let's go.
Audentes
Fortuna
fortuna juvat.
Oh Fortune, ma protectrice, tu es toujours restée à mes côtés.
Tutaj powtarzałem sesję kilka razy, albo ja też zginął, albo ten drugi. No i sesję, gdzie powtarzałem teraz 20-30 razy i musiałem to wszystko powtarzać, więc macie podejście drugie. Spokojnie. No i jeszcze na dół, polecił, come on. A ja pytam, gdzie jest.
No doubt there is some juicy loot to be had in his chambers. At least we will relieve him of his horses.
Night shift again.
No i się udało. Fortuna.
I must admit, mes amis, the last time I have had such a suspense was when I was rescuing the King of France.
We, monsieur, surely brave, and fortune favors the brave.
Tam też ugotowane, super.
Free at last!
Kończy ładnie. No tutaj mało powiedziane.
Thank you for coming for me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After today, you may also count me among your friends. I, Vauquelin Brabant, chevalier, aventurier et voyageur. I'm at your service, mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vocula.
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Boka.
Vocula.
A, mogę mi
Would you mind if I
popatrzyć.
just call you Brabber?
Brabant.
A, bon.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do.
Nie
Do
będzie.
not concern yourself,
To
mon
dam.
ami. Clearly, you are not tenant in any art or conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny, stinking room.
Ah, Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which odes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
Did you distinguish yourself in that battle?
Oui, mon cher Henri. When all seemed lost, I led a heroically desperate attack that ultimately led us to victory. For that, I was knighted. Opportunities for heroism await everywhere. One just has to seize them. What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate le roi Wenceslas.
Chyba trochę przesadasz.
Aren't you overdoing it a bit? We don't have the resources for a mission like that.
De ne sais qu'excuses, but means. I know many important people in Vienne itself who owe me favors. It will suffice to pull a few strings.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanish's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chapter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk. We should spur the horses on. God knows. We might be hot on
No
our
właśnie.
heels.
Ty, ale będziesz miał domieczyk. Bo to mój jeden najlepszy mieczek, jaki może być.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war. It's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps, several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bacalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening.
Bez ma rację.
Brabant's right. The war must be won. By whatever means. Burn down 2 of Sigismund's villages for every one of ours he burned down. And a dozen for Scallis.
Exactement. And I would be all for attacking La Dalmatie. I would like to visit there sometime.
Yeah.
No tak, się okroczy. On ma rację i ten ma rację, tylko myślałem byłem, no to byłem. Czekać. Ale mnie.
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
We... I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy.
Po kolei.
Word reached Ratai that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I
Po
wasn't
prostu
around for
nie
half of it.
poranku było tak, to wszystko napalają.
No sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light. Only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
No ten cały na początku Bergman przyjmie.
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
To bandzior i morderca. Jest charytatywny, ale nam pomógł. To wspaniały człowiek i sojusznik. To bandzior i morderca to nie. Jest charytatywny, ale nam pomógł. To wspaniały człowiek. To człowiek i sojusznik.
He's an interesting fella. Handy with a weapon, but also pretty tricky. It's best to keep a fella like that on your side.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rapors. Why Rapors? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family, the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Favak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Berghoff in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markgraf von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Wszyscy podejmij do autobusa. Chciałem w końcu odpocząć.
Can we go to Rabors with you? We could certainly use a drink, a bite to eat, and a comfortable bed.
I wish I could say yes, son, but the city council assembly is a big opportunity. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Favak. And you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll lead you to rot.
T'inquiète. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
Co on mówi?
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon.
Ale dałem mu mieczyk. Dobra, kupię sobie nowy.
I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Tutaj. Czyli tak. Czyli ja się udam tutaj, bo jestem książkę. Tutaj muszę oddać książkę i dopiszę siedzierkę. I się wami pożegnam. Zostaw go. Tylko się muszę zaznaczyć. Wow. Zajęli, ale spokojnie.
To czytanego przejścia.
And about that secret passage to Malashov.
Jak właśnie odkryliście to przejście?
How did you find that secret passageway back then?
I'm glad you ask, because it's a really interesting story. It all started when I was 12. One morning, I found a bat nailed to the Malashov gate. Peculiar, eh?
Nie tak, no dziwnie.
Not really. Bats are creatures of the night. They flit around while good Christians are asleep, often carrying out the will of witches, or even the devil himself. But a bat nailed up actually repels all evil, and protects the house against sickness.
Well now, I have to admire your knowledge. That's exactly what the chambermaid told me too. The thing that I was most interested in was where they got that bat. You know, I was awfully inquisitive back then. Embroidery wasn't exactly my passion, and Papa forbade me from riding out into the woods, so at least I explored the fortress from top to bottom.
Miałem podobne dzieciństwo.
I know all about that. Not that I ever embroidered, but Pa never let me stray too far from home.
Parents have no understanding for the adventurous soul, do they? But back to the bats. I found out from the guards that they caught the poor creatures somewhere in the cellars. So I went to have a look there and found a whole swarm of them. I followed them for a while, and I noticed that in one corner they simply disappeared into a wall. Strange, isn't it? I was full of curiosity, and I talked Papa into having the wall demolished. I remember there was even a priest there at the time, and he wasn't at all happy about it. He was afraid we'd dig into hell. But as you probably guessed, there was nothing behind the wall but a passageway leading off into darkness.
Mieszkanie w prawy.
My word, you're right. That is a really good story. And I didn't expect that ending at all. You're really sharp. And hard-headed when you latch onto something. Well, that's something I admire.
Hard-headed? Aren't you a bit impertinent? I'd rather say determined.
Why did your people mark the passage from outside?
Papa came up with that. He said one never knows what might happen, so I thought up the idea with the crosses. Why do you ask anyway? Would you rather search all over the woods for it?
No. It's really smart. And very convenient for me. Thanks again. Have you ever used the passage?
No, it's never been needed. Thank God. But everything is ready there. There's a strong door and a ladder that we can pull up behind us. That ought to give us enough time to get to the end and dig our way out.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book? Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
Właściwie to nie.
Actually not.
That's too bad. I think you would like it. And perhaps even learn a thing or two.
Why do you think so?
I just think you might find some common ground with the author. Not in absolutely everything, of course. That's just not possible. But in basic matters, I believe you'd agree.
Zapomniałem
Look,
tego.
you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
Chciałem, nigdy o tym nie myślałem.
I've been through quite a bit, but I never thought of writing it down.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
Mi świetnie.
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
Przyjemnością.
Pleasure.
Ja wiem, o to chodzi.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. And what should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
On ma tu
Well, being a man myself, a man, I suppose.
Why not? And what kind of a man is he?
You mean I have to think up a name?
You don't need to, but try to describe him so I can better imagine him. With a single word, even.
ksiądz, o bogaczu, zwykły człowiek. Zwykły człowiek.
There've already been enough heroes, saints, kings, and martyrs. So an ordinary person.
That's 2 words, but I'll forgive you. And do you want it to be an ordinary villain or an ordinary do-gooder?
Dobroczyńca, złoczyńca.
Make him a do-gooder. But he can also have some bad traits to make it believable.
Very well. And what kind?
Nochęca, niewierność. Albo to nochęca.
That sounds as if you've already thought of one.
Oh my. And not just one. But I asked first.
Wtedy łatwo przekazać.
Yeah. Anyone's faults are easy to find.
Especially when that person doesn't even try to hide them.
And what's wrong with that? Would you prefer for people to pretend to be better than they are?
No. But putting your bad habits on display for all to see isn't great either.
Na kogoś?
That sounds as if you've already thought of one.
Oh my. And not just one. But I asked first.
Do you know anyone without faults?
Of course not. Whenever I thought that of someone, I was quickly disabused of my illusions.
Who, for example?
I don't need to look far. My father, and my brother as well, have taught me much in this vein.
What actually happened between them? I heard they had a falling out.
Wenceslas was a hothead. He kept urging Father not to put up with insults and stand his ground. Father explained to him in vain that to respond to such provocations would give the king's people an excuse to take from us. Actually, Wenceslas went to defend the city a bit, out of defiance. We didn't even have time to say goodbye.
Tell me more about Kunzlin. What's he like?
Father is the last Ruthard in Kuttenberg. After the death of his son, there remains only a daughter, who will not bear the family name. He doesn't want to go down in history as the weak Ruthard, who gave away his entire estate to Sigismund and ended the family line.
All right. But what's he like, really? As a father?
Wise, caring, considerate, and strict. But it's hard to blame him.
Tell me more about your brother. What was he like?
I had always thought Wenceslas was determined, brave and proud, except he was really more stubborn, short-tempered, and vain. And not a day goes by when I do not think of him. In spite of everything, he was my older brother, and I miss him.
Was he the one who taught you how to shoot a crossbow?
Yes. And also to ride a horse, curse in 3 languages, belch aloud, and other things every proper lady should know.
And Kunzlin certainly also mourns for Wenceslas.
Naturally. As a father, he lost a son. As a Ruthard, he lost his future. There's 2 reasons for mourning.
You speak as if he didn't even have a heart.
If they hadn't quarreled, Wenceslas might still be here today. But there's no point in going on about it. Back to work. Which bad trait did you choose?
He could be born with his foot in his mouth. I know many such. They blurt something out, and only then think about it.
That's a good idea. His mouth gets him into trouble, but in the end, also out of it. That would be a joy to write. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch. Especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Have you ever seen a heron? Imitate one.
A heron? Well, maybe like this?
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward.
A teraz chętnie ją przeczytam.
Don't worry. You can blame me for all the mistakes.
Możecie się doczytać przed tym zatrzymuję film.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. That's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between. You see, when I need maths one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right? Dokładnie. Nie, najgorsze. Pisze, piękna, Nie no, naprawdę
Pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I.
Chętnie bym się poznał lepiej.
And for that matter, you're an interesting girl. I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it'll be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies. Kupię powieści, to powiem. Czego mnie nauczyć?
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, lady know-it-all. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books that could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship. So, what would you like? Wiedza biegły.
I'd like to expand my horizons a little. What's the last thing you read, for instance? Anything interesting?
You better believe it. I only read interesting things, and I can talk about them for hours. To takie typowo. Ja muszę mieć coś innego. Coś, co jest niestosowne, ale może chociaż tyle dobrze.
Could you teach me something?
Of course, but I warn you in advance that it will not come so.
I'd like you to show me some archery tricks. You shoot like a... well, a wild woman.
I prefer the term Amazon.
Will you teach me?
Listen closely, so I don't have to repeat myself. Jessica, to nie miejsce. Teraz się. Mogę jakoś określanie do rady. Bo jakby się dałem około, to by było lepiej. Teraz tak. Udam się tu, bo się polecam.
And he was dead in the morning. Poor thing.
I tam będzie to zapisane. A, tylko podróżem. I się przenocuje. Zanim to... Problem jest taki, że nie mam teraz miecza. To cóż. Ja się do wędka pochykam, więc... No tak, subskrypujcie kanał, wydajcie paneczkę, bijecie nam lepę, trzeba, na moim kanale i cóż, a ja się wam witam, więc nara.